Alright, so I got a new coolant system pressure tester, and I thought I'd just go through a quick little review of it, see what I think about it. I just finished using this on the car, and it worked very, very good. There is a downside to this particular one, and I'll show you what that is. But overall, for the value, I think this is a very hard to beat tester. So let's open it up. And kind of walk through a quick demo of what all it's got. So, of course, you got all your old school radiator caps. You got 3 different types here as far as the old school ones. I say old school, there's still cars that use these. So you've got your adapters here that you would use to pressure test the actual radiator cap on the car. So you'd connect, for instance, this to this side of this adapter, and then you could connect the radiator cap to this side. Now, if you had the small radiator cap on the car, you'd take the big adapter, connect it to this side, and then you'd connect your small radiator cap to that side. Not sure what this would ever be used for. If you know, let me know. And then, of course, you got all your threaded adapters. This was the one that I used on a Buick yesterday. It's got about every possible scenario you could think of. Got a couple up here that's got external threads. Comes with a thermometer. Comes with a nice pump. And I'm going to show you one thing that's nice about this. Let me take it. I'll just take it all the way out. Get set up here. Of course, it's got a nice big gauge. Got your bleed. Got your QD fitting. Nice thing about it, you just push it straight on. And then this contraption is a vacuum pump / fill system. And the way it works, and if you want to see this actually being used, I've got a video that I'll link to showing this whole system being used, showing the pressure part of it and showing me filling the system with this. And basically what you do is you put your shop air hose right here. This is the on-off for allowing the air pressure to go through the venturi here. This is a shut-off valve. This is a shut-off valve. You've got a hose that you're going to connect right here. You're going to stick this end in your bucket of antifreeze. You're going to watch your gauge. When your gauge gets to a good vacuum level, we'll just say 15 inches of mercury, or so. 15 to 20, I would think would be good. I got to about 10, and it did fine at 10. You're going to shut this one off. This one would be open, so you can pull a vacuum on the system. And let me go ahead. So this hose would be connected to your radiator or your recovery tank, whatever your car has. If it's got a cap on the radiator, connect it there. If it's on the recovery tank, connect it there, or expansion tank. So this is connected up. You're pulling a vacuum through the venturi. You got this valve open. You're going to see the gauge going up in inches of mercury. Once you've got enough vacuum pulled on it, and you will get a little bit of, if you don't have it completely empty, which they do recommend have it completely empty, but I didn't have mine completely empty, or the car that I was working on, you'll start getting a little bit of antifreeze or moisture out of this hose as it's kind of sucking a little bit of that up. So have this hose somewhere where, you know, little bits coming out, that it's not going to make a mess. Once you get enough vacuum, you're going to close this valve. It should hold the vacuum if it's all tight. Remember, you got this hooked up to the radiator. You got this hose in your coolant. When you're ready to fill, you're going to turn this valve, and you will be able to see the coolant coming up through the hose and going into the coolant system. And the nice thing about doing it like that is a lot of cars, if you don't bleed all the air out of the system, it will cause an overheat condition. I've worked on cars where I thought I had it completely full, sitting in the shop just idling, would never overheat. But as soon as you start driving down the road, and that water pump starting to circulate, it gets an air pocket up into the thermostat area, and the coolant stops circulating through the system, and you get an overheat condition. You come back, it won't necessarily be real low, but you've got to bleed the air out, usually by a bleeder screw that's on, usually at the top of the thermostat housing, or whatever the highest point in the coolant system is. Whenever you use this, you're evacuating all that air to where when it sucks the coolant into the system, it fills it up without any air to take up any space in the system. So you don't have to bleed it. You don't have to worry about whether or not you got all the air out. All the air will be out because the vacuum pulled all the air out. And like I say, if you do want to see this in action, I've got a video that I will link to that shows me using it. You do have a manual here. Now the manual is only basically one page. They're paged on both sides, but it's got a little diagram here that gives you an idea of which adapters may fit particular cars. Like number 16, Mercedes-Benz K-Class W168, and Vito, V-I-T-O, never heard of them. So you'd go over there to number 16, which would be that one. Got Ford GM number 4, wherever number 4 is at. I guess that'd be a number 4. 3, 4, 5. Then you got 6, 7 up there. Where'd that little wrench? Got a little wrench here. What this is for is if you tighten one of these on. Now I didn't have any problem tightening it on by hand, but getting it off, I had to put a rag on it. Well, that's where this comes in. It'll fall down on there, and it gives you that extra little lever that you need to be able to either tighten it up tighter or loosen it off. And this fits all of them. Let's see. Other than that, got basic instructions with some very crude pictures that you can just barely make out. But all in all, I'd give this probably about a 8 out of 10 as far as functionality and robustness. Now, these have the little triangle with the 7. It almost feels like it's nylon, but it can be about 3 or 4 different types of plastic. They do seem to be very heavy duty and robust. Just feeling of them, and whenever I used them on the car, didn't really seem like it was going to be cheap to where they were going to crack or you know, fail anytime soon. So the one negative that I found myself, so I'm looking at this and I do not actually see, other than these adapters here that would allow you to check this style radiator cap, I don't see any way to where you can check screw-on radiator caps. All these adapters here are only for screwing onto the radiator or the overflow recovery you know, tank. But there's no way to yeah, there's no adapters in here to screw these radiator caps on so you can actually check the radiator cap. So that is definitely one downside to this kit. It would have been nice if they would have had a couple adapters. Let me show you what my little Mighty Vac system has got. So Mighty Vac is just almost like the regular Mighty Vac vacuum pump, but this is a this actually pressurizes. And it's got your common regular adapters here. It's got one common screw on, but it's got this adapter here with the threaded portion. So where you can screw your radiator cap on, and then you're going to hook this. You know, you're going to hook one of the adapters here up, put it on there, then you're going to pressure the cap up. This kit here does not have any means to do that, but hopefully with my Mighty Vac kit I will be able to get most of those done if I need to. I mean, a cap's cheap enough generally that if you suspect it, you know, you can go ahead and spend $15 to replace the radiator cap, especially, you know, if you got a lot of miles on the vehicle. It's not going to hurt to put a new radiator cap on it just to be on the safe side anyway. But anyway, I just wanted to throw that out there. Other than the fact that this looks like a very complete kit, the only type radiator caps you can check are these styles right here. The screw-on type, it does not look like it's got any kind of an adapter or any kind of a way to allow you to check those. Anyway, you guys take care.